Good morning from an incredible Cape Town. This is John Sane here, making our every 2-week videos for Adapt Inspire. And time is really whizzing past. I mean, I'm just flabbergasted at how quickly things are going. When I was asked again to make sure I get my video in time, I was like, hang on a second, has it been 2 weeks already? And in fact, it has been. Today's video for me is summed up from what I've learned this last few weeks around this idea of the privilege of choice. It's such a strong sentence and concept around this idea that the choices we make are really nothing but a privilege. This idea that we are able to go about doing things that we choose, the idea that we take responsibility for every last piece of our lives is a privilege. It really is such a privilege. We learned this really great word called accretion, and accretion is this idea that a little rock out there in the solar system has other little rocks that come to it and join it, and slowly but surely this accretion of rock after rock after rock after millions and millions of years becomes a star, becomes a planet. And what this really relates to in our lives is the small minute by minute, moment by moment, second by second decisions we make around our lives, the responsibility we take around these decisions is what makes up who we are. It's what makes up the result of the human being we become. The small mental decisions, the small physical decisions, the decisions of who we decide to hang around with, the decision around whether we hire somebody who's a professional to help us with our lives. I have 4 different coaches, 4 coaches that help me with different parts of my life in order to get me to understand new versions of myself, understand new powers that I have that I haven't tapped into. You see, as human beings, we don't know what we don't know. And if we don't take this choice, and if we don't take the responsibility for hiring a professional, a trainer, a life coach, a business coach, whatever the case may be, or whatever you're struggling with, I always recommend that people get these coaches so that we are able to start moving into the right direction, utilizing different people's perspectives and professionals' perspectives. You know, they're trained for this sort of thing. I'm a futurist and a trend specialist. Companies hire me to help them understand what trends they're not following, what futures are they not focusing on. And without my perspective, they wouldn't be able to make new decisions. I've applied this to myself and understood, well, which are the professionals that I need to hire in order to get myself to become superhuman? I mean, who doesn't want to be superhuman? It's pretty much all of us want to be that star, want to be the world champion at life. And when we don't hire people that are there to focus in on our issues and help us unpack them, we don't take advantage of this privilege, the privilege of choice. It's just such a strong directive that gives us this huge responsibility to take the responsibility of choice. Anyway, it's something that's really been bubbling up in my head. I wanted to share. You can see right behind me, Cape Town is just looking spectacular. Wherever you're watching from in the world, make sure you come and visit Cape Town. I live here. I'm only here about 10 days a month. I'm traveling for the rest of it, but I'll never ever stop living in Cape Town as my home base, somewhere that allows me to come back and ride my bicycle up and down the promenade, listen to music, unpack my thinking, decide what I'm going to be doing and intending my week ahead. I really am privileged, but I have made the choice. Ciao from Cape Town.